Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 10 of my 1.19 Billionaire Minecraft series, where I will collect 1 billion gold ingots in modded Minecraft version 1.19 using the All the Mods 8 mod pack from CurseForge. In today's episode, I am going to hook up my refined storage system to my ore processing center over there so that I can just dump all of my ores in my refined storage system, and it will automatically sort them out over there. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is I actually want to pick up all of this stuff over here. I've emptied all the chests and everything, and I just want to rearrange things because that would be best. Now I have done a few things between episodes. I built a couple of machines that I'm not going to be using for today's episode, but I did build them so that I could more efficiently get ancient debris into nether scrap or whatever it's called. Let me double check. Yeah, so that I can get more netherite scrap. Basically, I was using 2 machines from the mod mechanism. This crushes it down into 3 parts. I get essentially 3 of the netherite scrap from each ancient debris, so that was more efficient than some of the other methods that I had. But I am going to be using material stonework factories today, which I needed netherite scrap for, and I can go ahead and show that recipe at some point, probably in this episode. So what I'm going to do now is let's just let's reroute things here. I don't actually think I need 2 outputs from this redstone flux cell. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hook this all up to 1 output. I do need to go ahead and get rid of that. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to, knock down these pillars on this back wall here. They are going to kind of be in the way if I... from how I'm going to probably run my lines or my cables from my refined storage system over here to my machines over here. So what I'm going to do is I actually have 2 pulverizers built, one that was already down and then another one I built, as well as 2 redstone furnaces, one that was already here and then one that I built between episodes. And I think I'm going to arrange these. I'm actually not sure how I want to do this just yet. Let's find the middle of where this chamber would have been. It would have been right here. So I think I want a chest here. But for right now, what we're going to do is this can just simply be an input from the top, output to the right. It doesn't need to be auto input, I don't think. And we can auto output to the right. Over here, we're going to... Actually, I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this, to be honest. I have chests with me. Let's, for right now, just put down a chest. I think that's going to be like an output chest right here. And then over on the other side, let's put down a redstone furnace. And oh man, and let's go ahead and put a pulverizer beside it. You know what, let's do that. You know what, let's move everything over 1, because I have a feeling that I'm going to need 2 inputs, and then 2 inputs for this pulverizer, and then 1, or actually 2 outputs as well. You know what? I don't need 2 outputs. Let's just do 1 output. Yeah. Let's just go back to the original plan here. Because we can have basically everything run through the pulverizer. And then let's input from the top, output to the left here. Auto output as well. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and move all of this stuff 1 over. I know I'm being indecisive here, but I think this will work a little bit better. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an exporter on each of these, and then I'm going to have an importer on this chest here. And basically I'll need to set up the exporters here in a minute, but over here, let's do the same thing with the furnaces. Let's have 2 furnaces with the inputs being on the top and the outputs being to the middle here. And we don't need auto input, I don't think, so I'm going to X that out for right now. And then we're going to put exporters on top. And then we'll put a chest in the middle here, and then an importer on there. And then for right now, we can just run our cable just across the top of the room here to the system over here. Now I need to set up these exporters. So let's take a look at what I want to set up. So I actually have everything I hopefully need for this in this chest right here. So basically it's just all of the raw ore things that I'm going to be getting from my mining. And I do need to sort them into where they are going to be going. Now, first of all, not everything can be pulverized. There are a few things that can't. Things I know that can be pulverized are like iron. I don't think osmium can, actually. I'm not sure about raw crimson. No, it cannot. I'm pretty sure nickel can. Lead can. Aluminum cannot. Silver can. Tin can. Uranium cannot, platinum cannot, copper can, gold can, and then iridium cannot. So basically all the things on the top row here can be pulverized. All the things on the bottom row down here cannot be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up, actually what I'm going to do real fast is I'm going to pulverize one of each of these things so that I have one of the final ingredients over in my system. So I did nickel, let's do lead and then silver. And then we'll do copper and gold as well. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Okay, there's copper. Here's gold. So now I want the pulverized version of all of those. So let's take a look. Iron, we should have iron dust. For nickel, we should have nickel dust, so on and so forth. And some of these I already had plenty in my system. I just didn't know exactly what I had. So silver, we only had the 1, and then copper and gold. I should just be looking up dust, to be honest, is how I should have done that, but whatever. Okay, so now that we have those, let's set up our exporters. So over here, we can just do the first 3, and then we can do the last 3 over here. We should see this already firing up, and it is. Let's see if this one is firing up. It is, so that's cool. And then this should automatically import, and it has been, so that's cool. And then over here, what we're going to need to do is we are going to need to do these dusts, and then the raw ores that cannot be smelted. So in this one, I think let's just do the ones that will become dusts. And then for this one, let's do the ones that are not dusts. And that should be good. I'm not actually sure if raw iridium can be smelted. Yeah, it can be. Cool. So that is all done. So let's just throw all that away. I might want to go ahead at some point and clean up the under areas under these chests here. But for right now, it's not necessary. The system works, so I'm excited about that. Now, a few more things I could do is, for example, if I were to get diamond ore, and that's something that I can actually do because I have this pickaxe that has Silk Touch, and I've upgraded that pickaxe between episodes to be Enderium. I think it was Signalum or something like that in the last episode. But I did show you how to upgrade Silent Gear picks in one of the last few episodes. But anyways, if we have diamond ore, something I might want to do is to pulverize that as well. Yeah, I will definitely be pulverizing the iron ore. And I might actually do that manually because what I can do is I can add a catalyst down here to my pulverizer to potentially get even more like diamonds. But I only want to use that catalyst when it's super valuable items such as maybe diamond and maybe even gold. For example. So let's see here. Okay, the next thing I want to do in today's episode is let's go ahead and set up my induction smelter back up. And I'm going to set up, I think, a couple machines right here as well. So let's dig out this area. And let's go ahead and connect this with flux duct. So that's cool. And then I'm going to be using these material stonework factories. And let's take a look at the crafting recipe because I built these off camera. But everything I needed to do for these crafts I've done before. So I'll just go ahead and show the recipe. So it is a little bit complicated here. We did need these advanced machine frames. I used these. I'm not sure what I built with them before, but I think built one or two of these on camera before. But anyways, it's just you use the dissolution chamber, you have the pink slime, and the pink slime obviously I got from one of the, I don't know, 3rd, 4th, 5th episode, something like that. And yeah, so that was the most complicated part of this. But the material stonework factories are pretty amazing in what they can do. So let's take a look at what we can do here, and let's find it and right click it. So first of all, you can generate blocks with these, and there are a couple of blocks that you can generate without actually using anything except energy. And those would be the cobbled deep slate. You do need water and lava inside the stonework factory itself, but it does not consume any of the water or lava, as well as cobblestone. You can make cobblestone, and that does not consume water or lava as well. Now you can actually, or you've always been able to, as far as I've known, been able to use this material stonework factory to craft that cobblestone or deep slate cobble or whatever it is into other things as well. So let's take a look at what I'm going to be doing today. So first off, I'm going to be making glass, and that requires me to make cobbled deep slate. It requires me to pick it, and then furnace it, and then you get glass. And then I'm also going to be using the cobbled deep slate to make silicon. Now, my previous method to make silicon is using nether quartz and using the, I think it's what, centrifuge over here? It's this block, whatever it is. And you can get 3 silicon for each of the nether quartz. However, obviously nether quartz is something that's kind of limited in supply as far as what's available to me right now. And so being able to have a machine automatically do that is going to be super valuable. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's take a look at, actually, first of all, let's load these up. So I'm going to put 1 bucket of water in there and 1 bucket in here. So let's take a look and make sure that they do have water. They do have water. Cool. So let's go ahead and I should have had 1 more bucket of water. Oh yeah, there it is. And then what we're going to do is, first of all, let's make sure that, so we're going to be using the cobbled deep slate on both of them as the first step here. So right now I'm going to have all of these X'd out because I just want these to just kind of make cobbled deep slate as they start going, because that's kind of the first step of what we're going to be building here today, or using this for. And I keep going past it. There we go. Okay, let's load these up with lava. There's lava. There's lava. And they should start functioning. Now, they do operate actually a little bit faster than I thought maybe they would. So that's going to be fantastic. So let's take a look at the recipes real fast to refresh myself in exactly what we're going to be doing. So for the glass, it's pick, furnace. So this is going to be pick, furnace. And as you can see, it just does 1 operation per cycle here, but that's fine. And this will give me lots and lots of glass, so that's cool. And then let's take a look at the one for silicon. And that is right here. It's just pick. Cool. Oops, and I went past. Let's just go ahead and grab that out. Yeah, we don't need that. Let's just throw it away. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to tell this to eject out the top side. And let's also tell this one to eject out the top side as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get chests, and I'm actually going to have 2 different types of chests. So do I have oak planks in here? I do. Not a lot extra, but yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to put a chest for each one of these on top here. And I'm not going to connect. Actually, I might. Let me take a look at what my options are. But anyways, this will give me infinite silicon basically, and then infinite glass as well. Those are 2 things that I will be using some of in the future. So it's nice to have basically limitless supply just hanging around. So one of the last things, actually, this calcite is something I found in the world while mining. And it actually is a good catalyst for the induction smelter, so I just put it in here. So let me take a look at refined storage and see if it has like storage bus equivalents here. External storage, it does. So let's go ahead and make these. So I do need more chests. So do I have wood? I think if I just do this, this is a recipe for 4 chests, so that's fine. And then let's go back to refined storage and see what I need to do to make these work. Okay, so I need 2 construction cores, 2 destruction cores, and then I should be able to make these external storage. What did I run out of? Let's just go ahead and make 8 of these right now and go ahead and furnace them. Oh, I already have some over here. Cool. And then we can go ahead and make this last one. So I'm not sure how this is going to work compared to applied energistics here. So actually, yeah, I totally forgot. These cables operate differently than applied energistics, and they are basically self-contained here. So for this one, we're going to tell it to only store glass, and we are going to give it a negative priority. And I did not hit set there. I think I need to hit set. Cool. And then this one over here is going to be silicon, and we are going to give it a negative priority. So basically, when I go to throw stuff into my ME system, for example, if I just throw random stuff in here now, and none of that stuff is going to be directed into these chests through this external storage. Now, if I were to, oh, and I didn't hit set, did I? If I were to give that a positive priority, this stack should end up in here. Okay, a lot of stuff has ended up in there. So let's go ahead and tell that back down to -10. And let's grab all of this stuff back out and throw all of that stuff back into my refined storage system. So basically, these chests will be kind of a last resort storage solution for anything I throw into the refined storage system. Obviously, the things will try to go into these storage disks, and the only way that other things will end up in these chests is if these storage disks are full. And so that's really neat. I think that's a pretty good wrapping up point for today's episode. I didn't get around to a whole lot, but it should be super useful just because it's going to be really nice to just come back from mining, throw everything that I get into my refined storage system, and it will sort itself out. It will smelt everything I need smelted. It will pulverize the things that need pulverized, and that is just super awesome for me. So if you enjoyed today's episode, definitely consider giving me a like. If you enjoy large scale automation in modern Minecraft, usually larger scale than this, but you know, gotta start somewhere. If you enjoy that, definitely consider subscribing to my channel, because that is what I will be doing in this series. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will build with you next time.